This is Alex McNamee with the Decatur Herald and Review coming to you from Taylorville High School, where Sacred Heart-Griffin was a 63-14 winner in the Class 5A quarterfinals here in Taylorville. It was another running clock, but Taylorville kept it from being a running clock for Sacred Heart-Griffin until the fourth quarter. It was a late touchdown in the third by Sacred Heart that put them over the top, put them over that 50-point margin there. This game was close for a while. Taylorville had a couple fumble recoveries early in the first quarter that they really needed to capitalize on, but they couldn't. Sacred Heart-Griffin jumped out to a lead. Tanner Champley and the Tornadoes fought back in it though, and it was 28-14 at one point in the second quarter. Tanner Champley, it was a 27-yard touchdown run to make it 28-14. Then the Tornadoes needed to stop, and they couldn't get one. They couldn't stop the Cyclones all game long. It was a touchdown. The Cyclones buzzed right down the field after Taylorville made it 28-14. And then with timeouts in the Cyclones' pocket, they used them. They stopped Taylorville on the next drive, got the ball back, and then ran a couple plays to score again right before halftime, about 30 seconds before time expired. So coming out in the second half, Taylorville needed to make something happen, but a couple 3-and-outs, which plagued them all night long, really hurt this team. And Sacred Heart-Griffin, like the talented offense, the explosive offense that they are, they capitalized, scored a bunch of points, and got this game well in hand by halftime and certainly into the third quarter. Tanner Champley played a really good game. You know, he dug himself out of a hole. He was really frustrated on the sidelines after Sacred Heart took a big lead in the first quarter, but he makes a couple big plays. Taylorville really, they just couldn't stop the Cyclones' two running backs, Sam Sargent and Anthony Danello. Danello had 6 touchdowns tonight and a 100-yard rushing game. Sargent was the same way. He was the back that they used for the majority of the field to get to the outside, run big gains and everything like that. Danello, once they got down to the goal line, he just ran straight up field, pounded it into the end zone 6 times, a lot on short gains. Some on fourth down, a lot of the short down yardage, they gave it to Danello, and he was dominant. Gabe Green had a couple big plays for the Sacred Heart-Griffin in this game. 1 touchdown pass at the end of the half, 1 at the start of the second half that really did the job for Sacred Heart, and their defense was certainly very good against a Taylorville team that has been explosive, especially last week against Highland. Once again, Taylorville's season ends here at their home field. They lose 63-14 against Sacred Heart-Griffin. Sacred Heart moves to the semifinals and stays undefeated. They will play Peoria High School next week.